We can't talk about breathtaking bridal fashion without mentioning Oscar de la Renta. He is known in the bridal fashion world for creating some of the most iconic wedding dresses of all time. In today's video, we'll be looking at the 8 most extravagant Oscar de la Renta wedding dresses of all time. Let's start with who Oscar de la Renta actually is and how he is so famous when it comes to designing extravagant wedding dresses. Born Oscar Aristides de la Renta Fiallo on 22nd of July 1932 in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, Oscar de la Renta is one of the most influential and iconic figures in the history of fashion. He is best known for his elegant designs, and the journey he went on before becoming a bridal fashion icon is also pretty remarkable. He was the youngest of 7 children and the only boy in his family. His mother, Carmen Maria Antonia Fiallo, was Dominican, while his father, Oscar Avelino de la Renta, was Puerto Rican and was the owner of an insurance company. Oscar's family was a protective Catholic family, and so he was highly influenced by his heritage and culture. His relatives were all poets, scholars, and leaders in Dominican society. When he was just 18 years old, Oscar moved to Spain to study painting at the Royal Academy of San Fernando in Madrid. While studying there, he started sketching fashion designs for newspapers and fashion houses to make some extra money. However, little did he know his talent would catch the eye of Francesca Lodge, the wife of U.S. Ambassador to Spain. She hired him to design a dress for her daughter and gave him good compensation for it. The dress was featured on the cover of Life magazine, starting Oscar's career in the fashion world. During his early career, Oscar did an apprenticeship under Spain's most famous courtier, Cristobal Balenciaga, who was nothing less than a mentor to Oscar. After learning from him, Oscar had a strong and solid foundation set in couture design. In 1961, he moved to Paris to work as a couture assistant at Lanvin under Antonio del Castillo. This experience further improved his skills as a high-end fashion designer. In 1963, Oscar decided to break into the American fashion market, for which he sought advice from Diana Vreeland, the editor-in-chief of Vogue. She recommended that he work for Elizabeth Arden to build his reputation as quickly as possible. Oscar then spent 2 years working at Arden and later moved to Jane Derby, an American fashion house. In 1965, Jane passed away and Oscar took over the main operations of her brand. The American women loved Oscar's design, and he quickly became popular. Even First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy was impressed, and in fact, she became one of his most famous clients. His talent lay in blending European elegance with American designs, and that's what made him so popular. In 1965, Oscar launched his own label. His designs featured luxurious fabrics, embellishments, and extreme attention to detail. Over the years, he expanded his brand and included ready-to-wear collections, fragrances, accessories, and even home decor. From 1993 to 2002, Oscar designed haute couture collections for the French fashion house Balmain, and he was the first Dominican to be able to do so. After this, he was widely known as a global fashion powerhouse. In 2006, he ventured into bridal fashion when he launched his first bridal collection. His wedding dresses quickly gained popularity because of their elegant designs, detailed lacework, and fabric. Celebrities like Amal Clooney and Jenna Bush chose Oscar de la Renta gowns for their wedding, cementing his status as a bridal fashion icon. All of his bridal gowns feature romantic and sophisticated aesthetics. His use of delicate lace, flowing tulle, and detailed embroidery make his gowns stand out. Each dress he created was a masterpiece, and any bride felt like royalty in his wedding gowns. Oscar de la Renta had an influence on the bridal world that is undeniable. He brought high fashion to bridal wear. He was able to mix traditional elements with the modernness needed in today's dresses. Even after he passed in 2014, his legacy still inspires designers and brides around the world. His fashion house is now led by his stepdaughter Eliza Bolin and her husband Alex Bolin, who have made sure the designs being created follow Oscar's standards and are in line with his legacy. The brand is still all about luxury and beauty. Let's take a look at the most extravagant dresses he's released over the years. Naomi Watts chose an off-the-rack Oscar de la Renta lace gown for her wedding to Billy Crudup at a New York City courthouse in June 2023. The dress featured a sweetheart neckline, a bustier-style bodice, and an A-line skirt. She paired her look with minimalistic gold sandals. The simple silhouette of the dress with the lace detailing made Naomi look all the more regal. Priced at just $4,900, this dress is all about simplicity and sophistication. Nomi's choice reminds us that a beautiful wedding dress doesn't need to have a hefty price tag. Jenna Bush Hager, daughter of President George W. Bush, also chose an Oscar de la Renta dress for her big day. The ceremony was a small private one and was held at the family's ranch in Texas in May of 2008. The dress took inspiration from the theme organic and natural. It was an elegant sleeveless gown with a fitted silhouette with all-over beading and embroidery and a delicate V neckline. The cost of this dress was estimated around $8,000. First Lady Barbara Bush also wore an Oscar de la Renta gown for her daughter's wedding. It was a structured turquoise blue gown. Jenna's choice reminds us of Ivanka Trump's Vera Wang wedding dress, which was estimated at $50,000. Katherine Heigl, known for her role in 27 Dresses, wore another stunning Oscar de la Renta gown for her Winter Wonderland-themed wedding to Josh Kelly in 2007. This romantic gown featured ruffled fabric along the neckline and a fitted bodice that extended into a ruffle skirt, giving it a vintage and elegant look. She completed her look with pearl drop earrings and a birdcage vintage veil. The dress is a perfect example of Oscar's romantic designs and is estimated at $15,000. Like Reese Witherspoon's Monique Lhuillier wedding dress, which cost around $25,000, this dress was luxury at a lower price. For her destination wedding in Mallorca, actress Joey King wore a breathtaking Oscar de la Renta gown. The gown was a strapless ball gown featuring oversized flower petal paillettes, giving it a romantic look, a signature element of Oscar's dresses. The bodice accentuated her figure before flaring into a voluminous skirt. The gown featured hand-sewn embellishments and a beautiful silhouette. This dress costs around $15,000 and is all about luxury and immaculate craftsmanship, similar to Valentino's haute couture gowns, which cost around $30,000. The unique flower petal design of the dress gives it a unique look. Are you loving these Oscar de la Renta dresses so far? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more videos about extravagant wedding dresses. Elizabeth Schaefer wore an Oscar de la Renta gown for her wedding in 2014 to Charlie Schaefer, the son of Vogue editor Anna Wintour. The wedding was held at Anna's Long Island home, and the dress was inspired by Grace Kelly's iconic wedding gown. The dress was an embroidered A-line gown featuring lace-lined tulle wrapping Elizabeth's shoulders and a cascading veil that had a matching lace pattern. The dress was as romantic as it gets, a signature style of Oscar. The estimated cost of this dress is around $30,000. Countess Olympia von Hohenzollern-Argyll-Zünneberg also wore an Oscar de la Renta gown for her wedding to Jean-Christophe, Prince Napoleon, in October 2019. The ceremony was held at the Cathedral of Saint-Louis des Invalides in Paris and was one of the most grand wedding ceremonies ever. The dress featured a delicate fern embroidery, a custom capelet, and a cathedral veil. The gown needed 10 dressmakers working over 1,440 hours to complete. She completed the look with a diamond bandeau tiara and diamond and sapphire earrings, showing off her royalty. The dress is estimated at $50,000 and is comparable to Meghan Markle's Givenchy wedding gown. Both dresses are royal masterpieces. Actress Kate Bosworth shone in her 2013 wedding to director Michael Polish in 2 custom Oscar de la Renta gowns. For the ceremony at the Montana Ranch, she wore a chic strapless gown with a full skirt and an elegant 8-foot train, complemented by a long veil. This dress, with its clean lines and elegant aesthetic, cost around $75,000. For the reception, Kate changed into a floral tulle dress which featured a draped neckline and scalloped sleeves. The dress reminds us of Miranda Kerr's wedding dress, estimated at $100,000. Amal Clooney's Oscar de la Renta wedding dress is another masterpiece by the designer. This gown features an elegant battu neckline adorned with ivory tulle and 14 yards of Chantilly lace. The bodice is hand-embroidered with beads and crystals, giving it a more sophisticated vibe. The soft A-line skirt of the dress flows gracefully into a long train, giving it that romantic vibe that is Oscar's signature. This dress was priced at $380,000 and reminds us of Kate Middleton's Alexander McQueen wedding dress, which was estimated at $400,000. So these were the 8 most extravagant Oscar de la Renta wedding dresses of all time. From Naomi Watts' off-the-rack dress to Amal Clooney's $380,000 masterpiece, these dresses are all about elegance and sophistication. Which of these extravagant wedding dresses caught your eye? Let us know in the comments.